Showtime guitar.
What's good, everybody? It's Nicola Magazine or the Nicola Network back again with Auto Chatter. This time we're doing things a little different. Tried the live thing. Live just doesn't really work on YouTube. YouTube does not. No one. I don't think anyone ever sees a live video on YouTube unless it's like somebody that's already crazy big. So we're doing it this way, and it's a whole lot more convenient for you guys because you get to get a whole lot more Auto Chatter and a whole lot more stuff going on. So without further ado, let's move on to the first topic, which will be a new mainstay. Like, we're starting everything off with what I call the Wakana Forever section, where we just talk about what's going on with Wakana by checking out what she has in her blog. So let's check that out now. So it looks like this week we just have Wakana talking about going grocery shopping of all things. But she makes everything just over the top and crazy because it's like, it's funny because she's talking about how she was like way too excited to go to Sugiura and pick up snacks and stuff, and how she's like running through the store, and she realizes that she's self-aware enough to realize how that makes her look, and saying that people probably look at her and wonder, who is this kid running through the store so happy? It's also funny that she kind of points out that people probably point at her and say, who's this kid? I mean, look at her. She looks like a whole baby, so her just running around the store picking up snacks while looking like a kid it's just super funny, and it's exactly what I expected from Wakana. So she's just been going to Sugiura. I also like in her blog she like refers to Wakana as Kero. For those who don't know Japanese, that means frog. And it's funny because I promise I don't like frogs. In fact, frogs are kind of scary to me a little bit, depending on how big they are. But it's like almost every time there is something frog related or a frog in something, it ends up being like one of my favorites. Like I like Ren Kawana and they refer to her as the frog, and I'm like, I promise I don't like frogs, people. I promise. But she don't even say her name. She just calls her Kero every time she mentions her, and I'm like, I get why they call her that. I mean, you pull up a picture of her right here. She sort of, kind of, slightly resembles a frog, I guess, but it's like, I don't know. Japan is weird like that. Like, they also said the same thing about Sugiura. They were saying that they were trying to say she's like a frog, but they also tried to say she's like a baby monkey, which, okay, with her younger pictures, okay. I can see it. I can see the baby monkey thing, but hello, Project. Those idols, they're just funny and weird like that. It's just... Yeah, excited to pick up snacks. These are the snacks she picked up, by the way, though. Admittedly, those do look pretty good, though. She was going on about, I believe it was like a almond miso or something like that. I'm like, that sounds good. I've never tried that. Like, Wakana is always talking about these random snacks in her vlogs, and I'm like, I want to try everything out that she has ever mentioned. Even like she was talking about how when she mixes with yogurt one time to make it taste good, and I'm like, this girl knows all the tricks to have all the best foods. So I'm gonna check out some of these. Like, I might even try to like take some of the recipes that she mentioned and make a video or two out of them and just see how they taste, because like Wakanda seems to just know a lot about how to make a good snack. Like, snacking is her thing. Surprised she's not bigger and a member of Big Angel, because she snacks all the time, but I guess she probably has really high metabolism. She looks like a kid. She probably has like kid-like metabolism, super high metabolism probably. She probably can eat like a whole pizza and don't notice it. It just burns right off. Though the idea of Wakana just gaining weight all of a sudden and being a member of Big Angel is funny to me. I can see just a big Wakana and Big Angel. Like, I kind of hope something like that happens. That would be funny.
When you're down, don't sweat a thing. I can break you out of your teeth. Been feeling that debate, fighting round the clock. When your heart is feeling down, I know I can make it right time after time. I will always be by your side.
No, this is not a drill. What you see right here is actually a thing. Somewhere between the last Auto Chatter and this one, Hiiro and Yura both have Instagram accounts, and Yura also is on X, Twitter, or whatever you want to call it now. So yeah, that's the thing that's happening now. And Hiiro, oh god, I both love and hate the content that she posts. Let me explain before you click off the video. Before you click off the video. I love it because, again, kind of sort of cute things like Eevee and Pokemon or whatever. And Hiiro is easily, like, if I already did a beauty rankings for Lucky Link. If I did a cuteness ranking, spoiler for those watching this one, if I do a cuteness ranking, spoiler, Hiiro is going to be number one. Click this video, come back to it. Don't act surprised and Pikachu face when she's number one if I ever do that. But yeah, she would clearly be number one. And it's funny to me that she's like just super aware of it. It's like she's very, very aware of just how ridiculously cute she is, and she keeps doing stuff like that, like winking at the photo and just taking these overly cutesy pictures, doing cute things. And I'm like, Hiiro, you are becoming self-aware. I can't just go on her page like that. Like, it's just cute stuff all day, and I will scroll forever and I will get nothing done and videos won't get made. So I love and hate her content. As for Yura, I like that Yura's just fangirling. Every time I see her, she's just fangirling about something. She's like a fangirling about this anime, about other idol groups. Like, she's just a normal person now. She's like, you almost forget she was ever an idol. She's just fangirling about all the things she's into, and it's just cool to see both of them have accounts now. And I wonder who's next. I think they wait until they're like 18 before they give them a Instagram page. So I think you will be the next one to have an account, and I can only imagine what kind of shenanigans you will get up to. It's gonna be interesting to see everything roll out, but I already know because of my bias. I already know that once all of them have their pages, who's gonna be my favorite? Lena. It's gonna be Lena. We know. It's Haruna Yamaguchi. I said Haruna. Haruna Yamaguchi. I see what I did there. I mixed their names. Haruna Ikubo and Lena Yamaguchi. I said Haruna Yamaguchi. That's what she looks like. She looks like Haruna Yamaguchi. But yes, we know that Lena is probably going to be my favorite one whenever they give her own page. I'm waiting because I know she's going to keep posting all kind of crazy stuff. And then I'll be able to compare both her and Haruna Ikubo a whole lot more and make a whole lot more memes and jokes out of this, because I'm never letting that die, because my phone can't tell the difference between their two faces. Number one, that's right. Next up, we got a little bit of news from King and Prince. I've been a fan since Ichiban. It's my favorite song of theirs. Number one. It's called number one Ichiban, now that I think about it. It just says my favorite. I don't know if it's actually called number one or if it's actually called Ichiban. I mean, they both mean the same thing, but which one is it called? Anyway, I remember that one the most, and maybe that was my favorite because Kagakaidi, she did it. Why? Why every time I mention her, we got to use her picture, we use this one? Can we get a normal picture of her just for once? What y'all doing to you? Thank you. All right. Kagakaidi, she did a dance cover of this song. And I want to actually learn that whole dance routine she did myself. But anyway, King and Prince have a new single coming out August 6th. It's I believe it's called. Let me look it up. It's What We Got Kiseki wa Kimito, and it was created as part of a Mickey Mouse and Friends real life larger scale. Some kind of Mickey Mouse thing that Disney was doing. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what it was at all. That's interesting. And the second one I know is described as a kind of electronic dance kind of beat. So I'm guessing it's something kind of like when they say that, I'm thinking something that sounds like it's one of those Sega Sammy Lux type songs, which again, those are pretty good dance songs. Maybe we'll see some of my favorite dance moves dance to that, because there's quite a few. I'm gonna cover some of my dance moves eventually on this channel. Now, it comes out in 4 different types. There's like a limited edition A, which is just the CD and the DVD. There's a limited edition B, which is the CD, DVD, and live performances on there and everything. And then there's limited live edition, which is the CD, the DVD, and you got all kind of bells and whistles and perks. So that's the thing. That's good. Looking forward to that. August the 6th. Are they gonna have a music video for either one of those? Is what I want to know. So yeah, that's another thing to be looking forward to. King and Prince. I can't really, off the top of my head, think of anything they've ever done that I didn't like. So I think it's a safe bet that this is definitely one you want to mark your calendar.
動画の練習付き合ってよ。
神国宝顔の天才
バレちゃダメなの。
間違いなく炎上案件です
充電させて。こういうのがいいね。生きてる。
こんなの癒しとは程遠い
And of course, this week's big focus, main center stage, meat and potatoes of the idol chatter, as you'll call it. We have a new idol group showing up. We have a new idol group showing up from the Nicola Magazine. And if you know anything about them, they're like this fashion magazine for like Japanese teens, and it's a pretty big deal. They have their own models, but they never really had any idol group or anything. And it's like a lot of celebrities started off with them, a lot of actresses started off, a lot of people who just went full model career started off with them. So it's a pretty big deal to be a part of that. And it's interesting that they have never had an idol group or anything until now. So let me get the details completely. I don't want to get the names wrong, but they're finally doing it. And they have, the group's name is going to be, where is it? I have it right here. There we go. So yeah, the group is going to be called Ricoriri because of the idols' names. There is Riko Sakihama. Never heard that last name ever in my life with all the idols that I know. And then there's Riri Nakase. Rico being 15, Riri being 14. So they're a younger kind of what Lucky Lucky's age was when they first started. So it's a junior idol group. Their debut single is going to be Pure Pop and Ring Ring Ring. It'll be out June 18th. And this is a bigger deal that I think a lot of people are noticing that it is. Like, I'm pretty sure probably no one else on YouTube is even talking about this. But to have a company that's been around since 1997, and they've been like doing this forever, and they never even once thought about going and venturing into the idol industry, and they're finally doing it now. There's a lot of weight on their shoulders, I feel, because if this goes horribly wrong and it fizzles out and dies, even though there's other venues and other things they could venture into after they were a model or Nikoma as they call them, there's other things they can do after that. But if their main debut into the idol world flops, that could go horribly wrong for them, and it might possibly dissuade some of the girls that want to be part of it. Because like they hold these huge auditions, kind of like the same way someone like Morning Musume or Nizi Project or any of those things. They hold these big huge auditions. A lot of people try out and they want to be like in the magazine. So it's a big deal. So I feel like if they come out and they just do subpar, people might start looking at it a little different. The girls might be like, okay, maybe we should try another company. And, you know, it could possibly take the company and someone else who's making like just magazines for teens would like take their place. I don't think that's going to happen, but there is a lot of weight on their shoulders to go into a new venture like this. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me in a sense of when the Mario movie was announced. Because like, okay, everybody knows Nintendo games, but then for them to finally go into movies, if that Mario movie would have flopped, that could have been bad. I don't think it would have hurt their game sales, but it's like, okay, you hyped it up, you finally did this, you want it to work. And it's the same thing with them, with this. So it's like, I hope this works out for them. I don't really know much about Rico and Riri because again, the magazine is not aimed at me. But I do know of Nicola Magazine. And even though it's an L, they pronounce it like it's an R. So it looks like it's Nicola, but they pronounce it Nicola, like an R, because again, Japanese. I've like come across a couple of them in like a couple of the magazines. They have them everywhere, even like at airport stores. Like if you're in like Tokyo, and there's like a little stores in the airport. That's where I came across it at first. I'm like, oh, this is one of those magazines. So I've come across them a couple of times. I've seen a couple of people even like holding a book or reading it in public even. So I know they're pretty famous, and I know there's like a lot of like big names that come from them that are still to this day acting and modeling, and some of them even went on to sing. So it's kind of funny that they didn't think to now. And I want to know what encouraged them to finally make an idol group. Is that in this article anywhere? Like what encouraged them to finally go into making an idol group? Because they've been around forever. There has to be a reason. I'm looking. It doesn't really say the reasoning for why they're finally doing it. It's just they're doing it now. They're finally, Nicola Magazine is finally making an idol group. I want to look into that. I'm definitely going to look into that if they find, and if they say anything, I'll update you. Like, why are they just now, after all this time, finally making a group? And I want to know, and then from there, it's like, will they make more? Like, will they become a dominant, because they have the potential to become a dominant record label in Japan? Because again, Nicola Magazine is very well known. So they could stop with just this one, or they could be like Avix or LDH or Upfront or something like that, and just produce multiple rotating groups or whatever it is that they want to do. So they don't have to stop at just this one. I think they're just testing the waters, but again, I've said it 1,000 times with female idol groups, they can kind of get away with not having the best sound in the world if they have the look and the personality and the cutesiness that people want. They can get away with it. If it was male, it was like a male idol group they were starting off with, I'd be concerned, because for one, that's not what their magazine is aimed at, and two, you gotta have some real talent and you gotta stick to it. You can't come in there just halfway if you're like one of those male idol groups. You gotta go full force. So they got the right idea. Looking at the two people, put a picture there. Like looking at these two, I would need to see like what their idol get up is gonna look like. Because right now I'm just getting like Sakura Gakuen vibes from them, which is not bad. Sakura Gakuen went on to become, some of their members went on to become Baby Metal, my favorite band. So I see potential with them. But I definitely would have to see what their full outfit looks like. Maybe hear like a little snippet of this song. Because like I know I'm definitely probably going to do like a reaction video when they do it. When they finally come out, I'm going to have to. Because this is a big deal. This is potentially, like I said it first for anyone else, this is potentially one of the biggest idol groups that is ever going to come out. Not just this year, but for a while, because this is like, again, the big name, the Nicola Magazine is finally doing this. This is gonna send waves through the J-pop idol scene, and I don't think people are noticing that, because this isn't like, it's a couple of days off since they announced this, and I've seen nobody mention it yet, and I'm like, do they not realize how big this is for the rest of the idol industry? Because they could, for all we know, they could be a serious threat for people like AKB and Morning Musume, and they're like mainstays like that. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting going forward and seeing just what they do and just how they hold up against the others, and if they're going to be a mainstay, or if it's just try it out, and then if it flops, they say never again. I don't think they're going to say never again if it flops. I think they're going to just keep trying at it, because there's just certain things I feel in like Japanese media that is what I would call idol coded, where it's made in a way that it seems like something idol related. It seems like they should have idols involved in it. But that's my thoughts on the matter. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We can talk about this for days. I feel like, again, I'm at the beginning of something great here. Like I want to know, I want to look back at this and see just how this turns out and be like, I called it, I said it, but nobody else did. See you guys on the next one. But while you're waiting, you can go ahead and probably check out some of these reaction videos.